Hey everyone, so Decimalist here from Flux Studios. I've been thinking recently, with what we're seeing users on Atom and the kind of comments and things like that we're seeing online. We did a particularly great job at putting together like a video marketing around Atom and stuff. But I've noticed in the comments that like hey, what is it? How do I use it? Why do I want this? And so I want to make a super quick video to just go through at least just one mode in depth. Because if I went through all of them, it would be a rather long video. And then just kind of show you what it does. But at its most basic level, Atom is a set it and forget it type of system. As long as you got your user settings dialed in the way you want them to be, you can pretty much just trade with the best, right? It really levels the playing field. It makes decisions from data that's being fed to it 24/7, 365. T does not need to sleep or eat, and he can take action on the market whenever, right? Would have been particularly helpful for a lot of people, if they had their T mode running, or what have you during before the liquidity crisis we had, that flash crash event. Because in that event, what happened, what we saw with our own bots that were running, is that T started stabling up, right? He started stable coining up, and he does like a dollar cost average into it, right? So he never catches a falling knife or anything like that. And then right after, and the market started to recover, then he started like phasing out, re-exposing himself, and went kind of on a buying spree. A lot of users saw, where he started just buying a whole bunch of shit, and they were like, "Oh wow, what is this?" So with that, I'll just give you kind of a tour, and then you can understand like better what it looks like, and how it works, and then hopefully get signed up. Up here on the right side, I have like a Tmode tester wallet that's actually loaded into this bot right here that we're watching. Eventually we'll have a display, and you won't have to have the wallet in another view, and you can just have it right up here. But for now, this is kind of what it looks like. It shows you that it's running, the mode it's running, you stop, update it, etc. You have like general diagnostics stuff right here. And then if you expand here, you have your settings. So there's a bunch of modes. There's standard mode, T mode. Arbitrage is only enabled for admins right now, so I won't go touch on that. Perpetuals mode, which utilizes strike, and prediction mode. So when you click through them, you can see standard mode pretty much works like a portfolio bouncer, a portfolio balancer. So you just set, whatever tokens you wish. We need to fix that drop down, but you set whatever tokens you wish. You make sure that you're within your, uh, total amount is properly set with the percentages. What your rebalance tolerance is, like if it's slightly outside of that, ADA value or not for that token, what the min trade size is, slippage tolerance, and then how often it rebalances. Right, pretty straightforward. And then we have a little FAQ that can read through and help you understand that a little bit better. And so this is really basic, but even this is just an amazing innovation for people who already know what tokens they have high conviction on and want, but don't have the time to actively manage them. You literally just set this and forget it, and it just does all the work for you. T never has to sleep or eat. He just runs 24/7 and does this for you. So it's pretty incredible. Then let's go into T mode. Or actually, I'll show you perpetuals of prediction really quick, and then we'll dive into T mode. So perpetuals is uses strike right now. There could be other providers added in the future, and there's a lot more settings you can see for this because perpetuals are complex, and we want to make sure the users have as much user settings at their disposal as possible, right? If they want to tune it. And then for the non-technical people who just want to mess around with perps but don't know anything, we're adding trading style presets. So if you switch them, you notice like this price move on trigger. If you watch that, if I switch it to conservative, it's every 1.5%. If I switch it to balance, is 1%. Aggressive is 0.5%. And so it changes other things too. Like for example, edge discount, this number making it more willing to trade. If you notice, it's at 10 on balanced, and then aggressive, it pops it to 20, right? And so this is important because, it kind of gives a brief description here, but, it all depends on your style of trading, right? And then if you really want to micromanage it, you can set everything and enable what assets you want positions opened on. But again, it's set it and forget it. It does it all for you. Um, Here's a perps FAQ. It's got a little more information in there for you, and we're also adding like scenarios. If you know certain things, like what that could possibly mean and how to fix it. And plus, we have a really active Discord chat where we're helping people out. And then prediction mode incorporates Bodega. This one, there's not as much here. It's pretty straightforward. It's using T's AI analytics engine to predict asset movements, and it goes and does web research on whatever the prediction market is. It gives you up to date data. It can give you up to right before close, like what is a more up to date response and prediction, and if it thinks you need to buy or sell that position on Bodega Market, what have you. And we're going to expand this to Polymarket in the very near future. Okay. And then now we'll dive into T mode. So T mode, here's the settings. Again, you have your FAQ. T mode actively trades across many tokens, scanning by volume, momentum, or both. And it uses AI to decide buys and sells. It aims for short-term gains in trending assets. Shows you all of the different settings here. Shows you how buy sizes are determined and why does it sometimes skip buys, and then how sell sizes are determined. And then this user settings we give you here is you can adjust the min market cap, so it won't look at tokens below that. Your min trade size, very, very important, especially since Cardano is not the most fee optimized for DeFi. And so you want to make sure that min trade size makes sense for the frequency of trading. So you're not just getting your fees ate up for no reason. It's highly inefficient, right? Max trade size, how many tokens to analyze from on Cardano. And then if you want to blacklist any tokens, right, for whatever reason, like say SNEC, if you're just a hater and you want to blacklist it, you can, add the add SNEC in there, or like if you don't want stables for whatever reason, you can get the stable coin policy ID asset name. You can find all of it on Tap Tools, and then you just put that in there, right? Comma separated. So that way it just won't even consider it, regardless of if the signals are strong to buy. Okay, and then now we'll dive in and I'll show you what some of that analysis looks like. Here we're looking at rationale that T-Mode is doing for a token. This one just happens to be for the agent token. It's at reads Talos because that's what the actual on-chain hex asset name says, but you all know and love it as the agent token now. And it's providing a direction and a recommendation. It gives you, current price, the EMA, indicating a bullish drift. It gives you the RSI, right? Approximate near-term levels, support, resistance, right? 30-day high, all of the stuff, right? Then it gives you kind of like a breakdown of the 24-hour volume, what that is, percentage of the market cap, approximation, signaling modest but active trading, order flows shows buys, yada, 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 go through it. 46.6 liquidity concentration in largest pool. I believe that's Splash, probably, Splash Dex. Go down, and then you kind of see like this full comprehensive analysis that gets put together with all those little points. Holder concentration and limited broad participation, heightened susceptibility to larger holder actions, confidence explanation. So then it gives you a confidence percentage of 62%, basically, to buy, and that also triggers like a sizing, right, for the purchase. So that's kind of how it does that rationale and puts it all together. Earlier, what I was talking about before this shut off was just that we have come across times where it's actually like looking at stables and things like that, right? And it might buy them, and that's totally valid for it to do. In fact, I pointed out before everything crashed that, right here, I made a post that someone was asking like that Timo was buying stables, and like, they weren't mad about it. They just thought it was interesting. And I called out, well, it appears to be up. It was initially, when they made that post, it was up like 1.4% over up. And then now when I followed up, it's at 3.55% over in the past 24 hours. So it was up 2% just since that post, just calling out like, hey, T has all of the data on chain and off chain, and can kind of see all this stuff all at once and make a decision way faster than we ever possibly could, which is important. And and working in the market. So I hope you guys enjoyed the little demo. We might have some more video content where we demo other modes in the near future, but it's super user friendly, super easy to get kind of started up. And then if you kind of lose your way at all, hop in the Discord. We have a dedicated Atom chat that there's a lot of knowledgeable users that have already been working with it. And then plus I'm super responsive in there myself, and the other team members to help you out, right? And just get started trading.